True love. When two people love themselves together. Love doesn't mean losing yourself in another person. Rather, it's the beautiful dance of two complete individuals choosing to share their journey while maintaining their wholeness. This presentation explores how self-love, so freaking crucial, right? Creates the foundation for the deepest, most fulfilling relationships. Let's go. The misconception, love as self-sacrifice. Does love mean self-sacrifice? Do you do that? For generations, we've romanticized the idea that true love means putting your partner's needs ahead of your own, sacrificing your desires for their happiness. My ex-husband did this for me, and it didn't work. Merging identities until I becomes we. Got to keep yourself. Measuring love by how much you're willing to give up. It's actually kind of scary and terrible. Don't give don't give stuff up. Find a thing that's good for both of you. And you may be incompatible. Okay. This narrative, perpetuated through films, songs, cultural messaging, has created relationships built on martyrdom rather than mutual flourishing. So let's all flourish. Let's learn this. Self-love as the foundation for healthy relationships. Totally true for me. When I'm hating myself or whatever, I'm not good. I'm not putting off good energy. I'm not, you know, offering much at all or even detracting in my relationship. And when I'm loving me, when I'm connected to me, I'm great. I put off really good energy. I have something for sure of value to give. Okay, let's read. Self-awareness, understanding your own needs, values, and emotional patterns creates clarity about what you bring to a relationship. Totally. Totally. You can't authentically share you if you don't know you. So get to know you. And if you don't, it's not your fault. You might have been raised kind of like I was, where like you weren't necessarily encouraged to like know yourself, right? Yeah, some of us come to this later in life and it's totally fine. Self-acceptance. Embracing your imperfections, this applies today, allows you to be vulnerable and genuine with your partner. So winning might be the wrong word, but like the person who's the most vulnerable in the room wins, like yeah, it's hard. It's really hard sometimes. My pride, ego. When you accept yourself, you don't need another person to validate your worth. This is so great. I did this morning. I was down on me, and then I was reading about acceptance, and it broke to tears. And yeah, I don't need somebody else to tell me I'm good, right? Like that process within myself of acceptance and self-love and God and did it. Okay, then we got self-compassion. Treating yourself with kindness during difficult times models healthy emotional regulation for your partner and prevents the expectation that they should fix your feelings. So I can do that, like expect somebody, like they're the problem or blame or like need them to do something. And it's like, nope, I need to be nice to me. So treat you like you would treat your child or if you don't have kids, like whatever you love, whoever you love, a child, right? When both partners practice these forms of self love, so these are forms of self love, self awareness, self acceptance, self compassion. So, when both partners practice these forms of self love, they create a relationship built on mutual respect rather than mutual rescue. Okay. The oxygen mask principle. Care for yourself first. This principle applies directly to relationships. You can't pour from an empty cup. Can't give what you don't have, right? Self-care is not selfish. It's necessary. Yeah, and taking it even further, like you gotta put you first because then you become your highest potentially, right? Like maximize your potential and how much do you have that to give to not only a partner but the world, right? So you gotta put you for it's not selfish. Meeting your own needs prevents resentment. Yes, you have one choice. It's to meet your needs. Let's meet our needs. Your emotional health impacts your capacity to love others. Yep. Yeah. All I care about right now is staying in my good energy. And then I can connect in the world, right? Okay. Research shows that partners who maintain their own well-being report 37% higher relationship satisfaction than those who consistently prioritize their partner at their own expense. So, yeah, I've matched up more with people who have done this to me. Like they put me ahead of them. And then I'm sure there's resentment. And I have lots of negative patterns as well. I've come a long way though. And let's learn from this. Let's learn. When two wholes meet, moving beyond codependency. Codependency. One or both partners rely on the relationship for their sense of identity and purpose. Gotta be strong in yourself. Gotta find your authenticity, your purpose, your highest, your heart, yeah. The relationship becomes a means of escaping personal voids. Yep. Conscious connection. Partners choose each other daily from a place of want rather than need, creating space for authentic intimacy. Yeah, can be hard, but it can be exciting. Yep. Interdependence. Partners maintain individual identities while choosing to build a shared life in whichever way that looks for you. It might not be the typical thing, right? It's not for me. Support flows freely because it comes from fullness, not obligation. Yeah. Self sufficiency. Each person takes responsibility, the dirty R word, for those of us who have a tendency towards blame or, right? Each person takes responsibility for their own happiness and emotional needs, creating a foundation of personal stability. Cool. Boundaries as acts of love for both partners. What boundaries are? Clear expressions of your needs and limits. Excuse me. Protection for your emotional and physical well being. A way to communicate how others can love you better. This can be difficult to express, but try it. Try communicating your needs in a vulnerable, non-blaming way, because you just might get it. And it might not even be that hard to get. The hard part is expressing it vulnerably, I think. Boundaries are a gift of authenticity to your relationship. Yeah, it protects everyone, not just you, not just me, right? It protects your partner, it protects everybody. Yeah. What boundaries are not? Walls that keep others out. I have been prone to that. Controlling behaviors or ultimatums. Punishments for your partner. I feel hurt, so I hurt you. Like, no. Signs that you don't care enough. Like, if you're not willing to martyr yourself, then you don't care enough. Mm-mm. No. I mean, it's actually kind of awesome, right? Like, we get to focus on us. And that is what's best for the other person and everybody, for the world. So, setting and respecting boundaries allows both partners to feel safe enough to be vulnerable and authentic. Cool. And we can't know, like, my partner can't know my boundaries. They might get to know them, but like, I need to know what my boundaries or preferences are. I need to set up those um, protections, I guess. Growing individually while connected. Look at this picture. Cool. True love creates space for both partners to continue their individual journeys. Because we're alone, right? And also, when you get to know yourself, I can really connect in the world. Like, whoa, I've gone through a thing where I was very introverted, social anxiety, super isolated for years. And now I'm like connecting with all sorts of people because I have connected to myself. Pursuing personal passions that will bring you alive. Maintaining hobbies, interests, and activities that are solely yours keep your spirit alive and brings fresh energy to the relationship. Separate friendships. Nurturing connections outside the relationship provides perspective and prevents unhealthy isolation or over reliance on one person. Cool. Individual growth goals. Setting and pursuing personal development objectives keeps you evolving as an individual, bringing new dimensions to your partnership. Yeah, I love that about my partner. Like, we do this. We do this weekly. We get together and, like, what are we working on? What is our daily protocol? Shared joy versus shared dependency. Dependency-based relationships. Examples of this would be statements like, I need you to feel complete. I'm not okay without you, right? Your happiness is my responsibility. I have done this to men, like where like I expect them to make me happy. Mm-mm-mm. We must do everything together. My insecurities need your constant reassurance. Yeah, I've done that one. Okay. So let's move towards these statements of joy-based relationships. I am whole on my own, but choose to share my life with you. I support your happiness without owning it. We enjoy togetherness and respect separateness. Yeah, I work on my insecurities while appreciating your support. That's that vulnerability, right? You can ask for support if you can do it appropriately, right? The shift from dependency to joy requires both partners to take responsibility for their own emotional well-being while remaining deeply committed to supporting each other's growth. Yeah, my partner leads us well in this area, I feel. Practical tools for loving yourself in partnership. Regular self check-ins. Schedule weekly me time to reflect on your needs, feelings and personal goals. Ask yourself, what do I need right now that only I can give myself? I did this morning. I was off, and I didn't know why. And I checked in with me. I read on acceptance. I kind of turned to God, of my own understanding, and I cried. Crying works for me. Yeah, I reconnected to me, right? Okay, communicate without blame. Practice I statements that express your feelings without accusing. I feel overwhelmed when, instead of you always make me feel. Separate reactions from responses when triggered. Triggers are so strong, right? Take a pause. Pause before responding. I'm going to practice the pause in the next month and then come back and share with you guys how it went using some of these ideas. And you let me know too if you're going to use some of them and how it's going. Own your own, own your emotional reactions rather than expecting your partner to manage them. Yeah, yeah, triggers can bring me downhill really fast. And then I feel like I need my partner to get me out of it rather than taking responsibility, meeting my own needs, all of this. Yeah, that's another one I will work on. The pause. The ultimate paradox, true togetherness through, oops, it's blocked here. Let's see. Through self-fulfillment. The ultimate paradox, true togetherness through self-fulfillment. Yeah, I am experiencing this in my life. I'm more fulfilled within myself than I've ever been in my life, and I'm connecting more with others than I ever have, like by leaps and bounds. So, yeah, there's a correlation. Here's a quote by Carl Jung. The privilege of a lifetime is to become who you truly are. Yeah, I love this. When two people commit to their own wholeness while sharing a relationship, they create something truly extraordinary, a partnership that enhances rather than diminishes each person. Remember, true love is not about finding your other half. It's about two complete people choosing to build something beautiful together. Let's co-create. Let's build something beautiful. I like that. Practice. Love yourself enough to maintain your boundaries or preferences. Pursue your passions and take responsibility for your happiness. If you're off, I was off this morning. Go in, do whatever practices help you. Is it music? Is it meditation? Is it breath work? Like whatever, is it exercise to reconnect, to find out what's going on and give love to you, right? You can look in the mirror, hug yourself, say, I love you, your name, I love you, Sarah, right? That'll give you a clue where you're at because if you can't do it, you're not loving yourself, right? Um, Believe your relationship will be stronger, not weaker, when both partners prioritize their individual wholeness alongside their commitment. It won't turn. Let's see. Why will it not turn? Is that the last one? That must be the last one. Wow, that went really fast. Okay, so let's practice this stuff, guys. And in a month, let's check back in and see, hey, how did it go? Did we use any of these ideas? Were they helpful? Did you love yourself? Did you practice being a whole person in the relationship and be joyful rather than kind of dependent? So, yeah, let us know how it goes.